Yo yo yo, it's B-tean Screen has a video today and back again with another theory video. And this theory is for a show called Nowhere Boys. Nowhere Boys is a very weird kind of show with a lot of unanswered questions, so I thought, I love the show, so I thought maybe I can try and explain some of the things that happen. And I'm just going to read the description of the show. You guys can, I highly suggest watching the series and the movie before watching this video, because it'll make a lot more sense if you watch the actual TV shows before you watch the theory about the TV show. So yeah. Anyways, after returning home from a school excursion, four boys, Felix Fern, Andy Lau, Sam Conte, and Jake Giles, find themselves in an alternate reality where they battle mystical threats and demons to find their way back home. So, for this video, I will be explaining and trying to understand where the powers that they have come from. It's like elemental powers, and the elements being fire, air, water, earth, and spirit. So now, the first four elements, we find that the powers come from crossing dimensions. We see this with 9 people, as Felix Fern, Andy Lau, Sam Conte, Jake Giles, and Ellen all get their elemental powers in season 2. Well, the first 4 of them get them in technically season 1 at the end when they return home from the first game. So, and then the second game, which is Luke Hamill, Heath Buckland, Jesse Banda, and Nico Pendalis, are from the second game. They get it after midway through season 3. Sorry, because I'm third, 1 and 2 is the first game, and then 3 and 4 is the second one. So yeah. They each go to an alternate reality in the first episode that they're introduced, with the exception of Ellen. And as soon as they come back, they find themselves with elemental powers. So there's air, where they can control everything air. They can levitate, fly really, and control wind. Then there's fire, which is pretty simple. Heat and fire they can control. Water, it's like rain clouds and basically precipitation and water that they control. And earth, they can control earth. So that's causing earthquakes and creating potholes. So yeah, sounds a lot worse than it actually is. Sounds a lot lamer than it is. So yeah. Anyway, so they find themselves back with elemental powers. The reason for this is described several times as they go into alternate dimensions, and the characters say that their powers do not work since the elements are against them in that reality, because it's not their elements in that reality. So yeah. Therefore, once they go back into their own dimension, since their elemental powers were against them, it heightens their strength with the elemental powers, giving them the ability to use elemental powers. And yeah, the elements are now aligned with them per se, so it will give their elemental powers. Yeah. They are only able to access their powers when in their home dimension. Now, in the series finale, they are able to access powers in negative space, which is a dimension where it's between dimensions, and it is a place where the elementals are the restoring demons, which restore order in the multiverse, working together. Therefore, these are the only 2 dimensions where they can actually use their own powers. Even though you don't really see their powers, you see the essence of their powers. And then, now, I talked about the first 4 elements. There is the spirit element, which is so out of the room that you can't even see it. So yeah, there was the 5th element, spirit. It has its own way of getting powers. So we technically know of 2/4 spirit elements. 3 of them are the same person from different dimensions. And that would be Ben Ripley, which is 1, Homeworld, 2, Empty World, and 3, Magic Release World, which is magic gets owed to the public. And then Oscar Fern, Felix Fern's little brother. With Oscar, he develops his powers while the other 4 elements are gone into the alternate dimension, being able to see visions of what goes on. So yeah, spirit element, their powers basically they can see visions and basically predict the future. That's what their powers are. So it's pretty cool. Although it's not really anything throw fireballs or suffocate someone with water. That actually happens too. Anyways, yeah. So with the 4 elements gone, and then, well, let's say Empty World Ben develops his powers once he goes into an alternate reality from his own. So his powers are working in another dimension where elements are against him. So that's where the complication happens. Meanwhile, Ben 1 and Ben 3, technically the same person, are get their powers a year. It takes them to get a year to get their powers back. The reason I can best explain this would be that when a cross-dimensional spell is cast for a specific person, i.e., like for Oscar Fern, the spell was cast so he could walk, and then with Ben, the spell was cast so people that annoyed him were gone. So it was for his benefit. So the spirit element is gained when a spell is made for someone's benefit. Alright, where am I now? Oh, yes. Okay, now, and then the spirit element, which is spirit of the spell, like I just said. In the case of Oscar, the spell sends the first Nowhere Boys to an alternate reality, which is meant to make Oscar walk in, meaning it's for the benefit of Oscar. Then, with Ben 1, 2, and 3, they cast a spell to get rid of people he dislikes for his benefit. There are no differences to Ben 1 and 3 gaining their powers, so there's really only 3 stories to spirit elements, because like the way that reality splits is at the end of season 3, where someone records them doing that, and then someone does it. That's the only difference, really. And then, alright. So, yeah. Oscar gained his powers immediately, and Ben's took a year to gain their powers. That's basically the gist of it. The reason there is a difference between Oscar... The reason there is a difference is because Oscar wasn't the one to cast a spell. It wasn't him making it for his own benefit. It was someone else to make him better. So, like, which made him the spirit element. So, yeah. Meanwhile, with the Bens, they are the ones who cast a spell. So, their powers don't see them worthy of it yet. They have to prove themselves worthy. So, like, it's a personal gain clause, kind of. So, seeing as they have to prove that they have changed for being able to access their own powers. With Ben 2, he spends a year in solitude and helps the Nowhere Boys to get back to their own reality. And this is season 3, so, like, he is trying to prove that he's changed. He's not the person he was before. Like, in his world, everyone disappeared, so he was like, oh, no, I need to try and get this better. So he develops his powers once he proves that he is no longer for himself, for personal gain. And then a year after helping the Nowhere Boys train, Ben 1 gains his power. Like, he's trying to help. That's where the spirit element comes in, when they're trying to help. And then, the thing that doesn't make sense, really, is that the spirit in different dimensions. The spirit element is the only one that can work in different dimensions. So, like, that could be, like, its own personal power, I guess. But we learn many times that elemental powers can only be used in their home dimension. So Hawaii's spirit element is so different. Although this is the only time we see a spirit element in another dimension, we are already agreed that spirit elements behave in a different manner due to how they get their powers. So we can make the assumption that spirit elements can use their powers in another dimension. Even after a year, both groups still unable to use their elemental powers in other dimensions. The second Nowhere gang used their powers for a year training and still can't use their powers in another dimension. So why is it so different for spirit elements? So, yeah, okay. Therefore, the second Nowhere Boys, who have way more experience, should be in sync with their powers, yet they still cannot use them in another dimension. Then we see it in the season prior to it. Wait, prior is before. No, so after. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's because they only go to another dimension with their powers in season 4. So, yeah, in season 3, we see. Okay. We see it in season 3 that a spirit element can use their powers with ease in another dimension, i.e., the home world. Well, I'm going to say the home dimension, because that's like, all the other dimensions are branched off of that. So yeah, let's see. Alright. One last thing is that the spirit elements are so much more powerful than the other elements, seeing as they themselves make a spell more powerful, even if it's not just the 4 elements. Like, 4 elements are by themselves. It's like pretty much like you can do it, but it's not that powerful. We see in the movie that Oscar Fern has to join in the spell for it to actually work against the evil person. So yeah, we see even in the series finale, that Ben literally says to them, "You have your powers in you, so just go ahead to it." So, but yeah, basically it's in you. You need to get a better grip on it. But they did, so that's the only thing. Not just that, but also a spirit element is the chosen one, being Ben 1 is the chosen one to be the guardian of the multiverse, while there is someone still more invested into magic. Because, like, yes, it kind of makes sense that he is the guardian, like, but it does make sense with Ben 2 being the guardian too, because he can use his powers in multiple dimensions. But, like, I'll make a completely another theory on why I think Ben should not be the guardian. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, if Spirit just is in a different way, that's me explaining why the powers work and my thoughts on how it works itself. So yeah, that's all my thoughts on how the Nowhere Boys get their powers and how they act. Join me next time when I discuss more theories that make him up, because I actually have a list of theories. Literally. I have a separate document just for theories. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make a video on why Ben is the guardian and why it shouldn't be someone else. So yeah, that's probably gonna be the next theory. This is just gonna be like kind of like an out of sync kind of video upload. It would be for like times that I can't do a live stream probably on a day. So for this case, I had my wisdom teeth out yesterday. Well, as the time you're seeing this, so I probably won't be able to get a live stream. If I'm still feeling up to it, I definitely will go ahead and do it. Like, have a live stream anyways. So yeah. Anyways, I have quite a lot more series that are coming, but I'm not sure how often. So, you'll see it. Like, I'm pretty sure I will be able to do one in May. Maybe April, I don't know. You might get this once a month. Who knows? Anyways, that's all I gotta say for today. Hopefully you guys liked my theory, and go watch Nowhere Boys, because I'm doing several more theories on Nowhere Boys. And yeah, this series is Nowhere Theories. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for today. Come join me next time on Nowhere Theories, where we discuss more theories on Nowhere Boys. Peace! I don't know how that went. Hopefully you did good.